Well, I finally made it to the top of the mountain, and the temple is, well, this is a confusing sign because it tells me to go both ways, 464 meters one way, another kilometer and 430 meters to the Okuin, Hondo Yori Okuin area. Signs, most of them seem to be pointing to the left. This is the parking lot's that way. And when I came here last year, I believe the parking lot's there. At about a half kilometer, I'm not going to go check it out. So this is the way you come in, if you drive or if you walk. Finally made it to the top. Might not be snow here when you come up. So walking up this way, and instantly a pretty cool statue of Fudo. I think it's Fudo. Up there. It's a beautiful winding path. Here we have a reclining Buddha statue, Neihan Buddha. So whether you walk or drive, you can walk along this path and see a variety of Buddha sculptures, and it's a really quite pleasant and beautiful walk with some views of a valley. I can tell you which valley exactly. We have another sculpture. Oh. I love this bodhisattva. Here's the valley. It's not a clear day, but wonderful view and fantastic fresh air up here. Fujidera is 12.8 kilometers to my left, and Dainichidera is 22.7 kilometers to my right, and that's where I hope to get to tomorrow. And behind me should be a gate. Yay, a gate! But more stairs. So let's climb up this stairs to the gate. So at 800 meters, or 2,640 feet, I am at temple number 12, Shōsanji, or Burning Mountain Temple. It's one of 6, some people count 9, it depends on how you count it, Nansho temples, which are considered very difficult and trying temples. So here's the gate. I'll walk up and talk as I film. Here's one nearby, and here's the other one. There are 6 or 9 Nansho temples, depending on how people count it, and a couple of them people claim to be the most difficult one. This is one of those, maybe top 3 people claim to be the most difficult, in part because there are 3 ridges you have to take to get to the top of it, whereas the other ones are more difficult because there's just a peak. For walking Henro, this is usually about the 3rd day, and a large number of walking Henro actually quit after this stage because they are so sore, and it is a brutal up-down to get here. But it is some beautiful views up here on this mountain. So someone is burning something. The mountain people often burn things, including plastics, so it's kind of a noxious smell. Now, according to legend, this temple was created by Enno Goya, who was a wandering ascetic in the early, from the 7th century. He lived from 634 to 701. And there was apparently a fiery dragon up here on the mountain that he subdued, and he sort of captured and imprisoned in a cave. Now Enno Gyoja, can't walk and climb the stairs at the same time, is an interesting figure in that he was sort of a mountain ascetic at a time when Buddhism was just starting to come into Japan, and his family were what we would today say practitioners of Shinto, and he practiced all sorts of Shinto rituals, and then along came Buddhism, and he adopted some Buddhist practices, seeing Buddha as a more powerful force for healing and divining than some of the local deities. And he was actually banished from the capital for a few years until Buddhism became more adopted by the people back in the capital. And it's actually with people like Enno Gyoja that many historians say there was no real difference between Shinto and Buddhism in the pre-modern period, as they kind of emerged. Ascetics like Enno Gyoja took local Japanese deities or indigenous Japanese deities, and they kind of took on a Buddha persona with that. They inherited that. So it became kind of a mixed. So Temple 12 is really important in that it's a key temple in the pilgrimage because it represents something deep and elemental in sort of Japanese Buddhism, with a strong current of sort of mountain asceticism that takes place. In many ways, this temple predates Kobodaishi's pilgrimage for importance. He was a wandering ascetic who subdued a dragon. Now, apparently, the spell that Enno Gyoja put on kind of weakened over time. So, of course, Kobadaishi was up here on this mountain when the dragon was ravaging it with fire and storm, fire breath burning everything down. And he used a stronger Buddhist incantation and enshrined the dragon in a cave up here on the hill. I'm not exactly sure where that cave is. It's because of this dragon fire that this temple is called Shōsanji, or Burning Mountain Temple. There is a place to stay up here, a shokubo. It's not open this time of year, but if you really want to experience the pilgrimage, what I would recommend would be to walk up, spend a day walking, and try to spend the night up here. It's a beautiful path up through the mountains. I'm on my way from Temple 12 to Temple 13. About probably 2 hours from the top of Temple 12, and here is a place for Ohenro to stop, and you could spend the night. So if you are camping out and not staying at inns, and you make it to the top of Temple 12, in 2 hours you will climb down to a valley, then climb up a hill, and you will come to this spot right at the summit. After you climb to sort of a peak for an hour, you'll come to this place where you can spend the night. So definitely worth stopping at if you are backpacking, or you can't find an inn and are tired and looking for some place to sleep. And the good thing about this inn is it has a bathroom right next door that you can make use of.